So 832 was a Sunday night gathering we did for young adults, high school and up. And we'd have hundreds of students come to this. And that's where I met Jared, was at 832. And anybody who knows Jared, my impression was this gentle kid, just a really good, gentle kid. And Jared was a high-level golfer in high school. I mean, he was really good. Their golf team was really good. But I had no idea that, his mom and dad were people who were looking for a church, and then he had invited his mom and dad to SouthBrook.
But yeah, I felt the first time we went there that it was the right place. And there's so many people that you bring there will say that, gee, it felt like Charlie was talking to me.
Yeah, everyone says that.
Yeah. And without SouthBrook, I don't know if without Jared to tell us about it, I'm just not sure we'd have got there where we're at now. I'm just not sure. So it really made a big difference in our family.
Then from that, Brad said, I want to be the core of the people who buy whatever property. I want to help to seed that. So Brad and Chris were one of 12 couples that came over here in the early 2000s, and then that eventuated in this campus. And then he got this idea of a chapel, this vision of, let's build a chapel. This amazing, award-winning place where we, for funerals and weddings and events of all kinds. And that started with Brad. He's the one that said, hey, I think we need this. And that began the process that eventuated in what today is Reverie. And now they're a big part of why Players Box is happening. If you're here at SouthBrook right now, you owe Jared Hosfeld a big thank you today. This teenage kid from Springboro, Ohio, for saying, hey, Mom and Dad, you got to check this church out. Because we wouldn't be here without them, without that group, without, the people that their life has impacted.
Well, like Charlie always says, it's not what we do or what we've done, it's what has been done for us already.
Yeah. The key is to get young kids to go to church, young families to go to church. That's the key. And I think that's the big thing that's going to happen with Players Box and Reverie. Those are just two venues that will bring more people to God.
Yeah.
In October of 23, we had just a year earlier launched Players Box. So that's what we were in the middle of. We were in the 7th building program that we've done since I've been here. And one Saturday night, we're sitting there, and I get a text from Brad. And I open the text, and I'll never forget it. It just simply says, Jared died today. And because it just didn't enter my mind that it was Jared. And so then obviously I immediately got on the phone and we started talking, and he told the story.
We've been through a lot, but with SouthBrook, they've been wonderful. The prayers, you can feel prayers. You really can. They've helped us out, the letters, the cards, the encouragement. I mean, it's been really incredible.
To see people who have this incredible loss and pain, and they handle it with grace and faith, and it's, like everybody says, this doesn't happen to us. This doesn't happen to us. But it did. It did. And it couldn't have happened to better people. But grace has made all the difference in them. And now their lives are impacting, as we speak, hundreds of kids.
We give because, God blessed us. This is not ours to keep. We need to be good stewards of His blessings for us.
I'll never forget at his funeral, one of the pictures that were up was this picture from behind Jared and his son Ryan, and here's this giant carrying this little youth golf bag on his shoulders, and he's got Ryan by the hand. Remember, okay, that's, as a dad, I'm not here to produce a champion. I'm here to be in relationship with my child that lasts forever. And that's really our goal. And now hundreds of people will see that picture when they go through Players Box. Because that picture, we felt like that epitomizes what we're trying to achieve with Players Box. It's a celebration of a higher purpose. The person being celebrated is the God who redeems our lives, our joys, our sorrows, our pains, our gains, our wins, our losses, and that's what it's a celebration of. There could be other names on that. I mean, we realize that, but the conjunction of events with the fact that we would not be on this site without people like Brad and Chris Hosfeld, that's why it's Jared's place.
I think when you look at the picture of Jared holding the golf bag for Ryan and walking, and it says, "Let the Lord lead you," it just a symbolism for what it really is. The whole picture is, it's just not Jared with Ryan's bag. It's God with somebody else holding, their troubles, their fears, and God saying, "Let me lead you." And I think that's what it means.